This is the awareness that we people are. When we people are ignorant about so many issues, it is a chosen ignorance. And if ignorance repeats again and again, then it is a decision. If we ignore about something again and again, then it is our decision to ignore. One issue for which I am afraid in this country as a citizen is this. The apathy towards what is happening nearby, how our country should develop, what should happen to my country, what should happen to my town, what I can contribute towards my town. The absence of this type of feeling is very dangerous for the development of this country. I am a bureaucrat, I have some powers, I can contribute a little bit. Then also, when I sit alone and when I see towards this, I am afraid. Number one. Number two, this country is blessed with a lot of middle class. Middle class means this is a very educated class. This educated class is actually supposed to drive the country, they should lead the country. I am afraid this middle class, I don't see. They are blocked in their drawing rooms, cursing somebody. Maybe corporation, maybe somebody else, maybe the system, maybe anything else. They watch the news, 4 people sit on the dais and they discuss all hell lot of things on the dais. Every channel is doing that, okay? And we are listening it, we are discussing it, we are forming our opinion, we are going to bed, we are sleeping. This is an actionless society. This is an actionless society. Very clever and important. This is what I can tell. Now what should be done? If you want to do something, if you want to push your principles, then you have to pay the cost. You have to pay the cost. If you are supposed to pay the cost, then you should be ready to bear some nonsense, some injury, some damage, some litigation, anything can happen. Now we want our country to be good, provided that I will not pay a penny or I will not pay any cost. This is our problem. Why I normally do not, I can talk nicely, you may not agree, but I am a good orator. I am not comfortable much with English, but I can pull on. I am a good orator, but why I stopped talking is this, because see, this middle class type of discussions without any action is useless. There is no point in wasting this time. When you are sitting here, you are wasting 2 hours of your life. It is not time. You are wasting 2 hours of your life. If it is not contributing to enrich you or to enrich your country, then this is simple wastage. Why I should do? Or why you should do? So any actionless society can discuss and nothing will happen. Like I will tell you some examples from the history. There was one person named Cromwell. He was a general in British history, and there was a discussion about democracy and all that. And great people, great minds, sitting in a great hall, were discussing great things. After some time, Cromwell entered, how democracy is important, what is going to happen with democracy, how dictatorship is bad, whatever. He said that now it is okay, have you discussed, have you satisfied, now go home. And people went away. Same example has been repeated in the history in the Duma, that is Russian Duma. It is a parliament of Russia, and there were also great minds discussing everything, and that Red Revolution was going on. So some uneducated people holding guns came inside the parliament, that is Duma, and these people were talking great things in a great enriched language to them. They had some time, and then they pointed guns towards them. Now it is finished, you go home, otherwise we will shoot. And all the intellectuals left. What does it mean? A simple message is that they were having principles in their mind. They were convinced about their principles, but they were not ready to pay the cost. None of them sat there and said that, okay, you shoot me, I will not go. So I feel that paying cost for your principles, ready to bear the brunt of the for your thoughts, should be your quality. Otherwise, you cannot change your country. Now in IAS, career is very important. Career is very important. There is an academy named IAS Academy at Missouri. We some 93 or 95 IAS officers were there, and great minds come there and teachers interact with us. There are some film personalities, there are some other people, and at that time when long back was there, Kejriwal also came and had a discussion with we people, etc. Now discussion was about to convince the ministers, convince your political masters. And everybody was saying, how you have to convince political masters, your point of view. After listening to the discussion for 1.5 hours, then I rose my hand and I said that I want to make a point. I was allowed. I said that I am a public servant. He is also a public servant. We are at this position because we will understand what is good and what is bad for our country. That's why we are sitting in this position. When I say that driving with helmet is good for our country, and if you expect that I should convince my political master that it is good for our country, then either he should not sit in that chair or either I should resign from the chair. This is a funny situation. We both are public servants. Why one should convince each other some good things? Then I said that what is important in IAS is this: whether you want career or whether you want to go for a service to the nation. These are two choices that you people are having. If you are obsessed with career, then you cannot serve your country. This is my perception, my opinion. If I want something from the service, I call it as a service, and I want something from it, then I am not going to make any point or any dent in the destiny of this country in a positive way. Then there was a joke prevalent in IAS Academy that one IAS officer went to purchase a bicycle, and the bicycle was given with a carrier but without a stand. He took the bicycle to home. Then he noticed that there is no stand. Then he brought back the bicycle to the shopkeeper. Then he said that put a stand there. Then the shopkeeper put a stand but removed the carrier. Then he said, why you are doing this thing? So shopkeeper said that you are an IAS officer. Either you can have a career or you can take a stand. You can have a career or you... See, in my way, I have decided to take a stand. And I have taken a stand. Now, whether I am great, some people say that I am great. But again, this is about the standard of passing. Once I was asked by my political boss that you have done this good thing, that good thing, and people are following you and like that, like etc. etc. I said that it is not my greatness. I am an ordinary man doing ordinary things. The system has gone to such a low level that a person doing simply his job, which he is supposed to do by law, is also becoming a hero. Why? Because other parameters has to know. Now I have touched one issue regarding the so-called intellectual class of this society who gathers, who talks, who makes PowerPoint presentations and who does blah blah. In IAS Academy I said that PowerPoint presentation should be banned for IAS officers. I have watched some funny things that IAS officers are telling through PowerPoint presentations. Nobody is ready to work on core. Because if you are working on core, you will not be garlanded, you will be not praised. Either we are becoming victims of becoming a popular person in the society, or we are playing at the gallery. We are not doing important things. In my personal opinion, many of us, the way we are passing our lives, many of us are contributing quite low compared to a farm laborer who is at least producing something. Now, what is the funny situation about the bureaucracy? You see, the young minds, young guys, maybe some mature guys enter into the system. Then they develop an aura that they are big, great officers. They are powerful. At such a low age, you are getting so much of power. Do you know how many powers collector is having? He is having power under 109 acts. There are brutal powers. If you have not read Bombay Police Act, please read it. Then you will understand what are the powers of collector and what are the powers of police. Most of people have not read it. So people are happy, citizens are happy. If they read it, then it is very dangerous. It says that if the collector thinks that this building is having something nasty, if he feels, no proof is required, please don't. He can seize the building for 6 months. He can arrest the person. As a district magistrate, there are great powers. These are British draconian laws, still they are prevailing. Now, at a smaller age, a young age, you are getting such powers, then there is a chance that you will be abusing the powers, or you are getting carried away with the powers. So, what is the key? In my opinion, it is very, very important to be as it is as you were in your colleges. I have maintained that stand. Some of my friends who know me from colleges normally say that my personality or my way of thinking or my way of talking or my way of dealing with the things is the same I used to deal when I was in first year of engineering or second year of engineering or like that. The philosophy or the morals develop, I believe that is a gift of your parents. That is basically the gift of your parents. Every parent tries to give good gift to the child or her child, and after that, the child, as it is growing up, starts abusing. He forgets parent, then he starts learning new things, then he starts learning new tricks to become rich, and then he thinks that to become rich is very important. If I am having a company, then I will be bothered to increase the turnover and the profitability. I have seen industrialists who have created their own world of greatness. I have seen people who have developed some, I can call it as a fool's paradise. I know almost all the people's balance sheets. I was 3 years here. Not only that, I was controlling Nagpur, I was controlling, except Mumbai, all over Maharashtra was under me. I have read many people, I have done so many things. I know nitty-gritties. And when some of them come to me and try to preach something about country, then I recollect their balance sheets. Then my behavior changes. Then people sometimes blame me, sometimes most of the time they blame me that he is a very naya shabd attitude wala hai. I don't understand attitude. Then I asked my son, what is this attitude wala? So my son says, ज़्यादा शाना है. So sometimes it was also asked to me, what is your motivation? Then I also started searching what is my motivation. I don't have any motivation. I am like that. I don't need any special motivation to do something. My normal behavior, my normal steps, my normal conduct was considered as a very dangerous, very heroic, and so on and so forth by so many bureaucrats. How I am made? I used to read. I used to see the things in their own color. I do not put my own colors into it. I don't have prejudices. I don't make opinion about the people. Most of my conduct in my office is issue based. It is never a person based. I am not judgmental. I don't pass judgment on others. I can have my opinion and I do not stick to my opinion. Because I may be wrong. I may be corrected. Sometimes back my son told me one sayings of Mark Twain. Mark Twain has said that I am not ready to die for my convictions. What if they are wrong? So this is the story. I will just narrate my life journey because I thought that it is compulsory here. I have studied in some humble school in Parbhani, in some villages of Parbhani. Then I studied engineering here in Government Engineering College, Aurangabad. I passed out in long back 1986. When I was in engineering, I was not a regular student. Rather, I was not there in college. Absolutely not. So, me and one of my friends used to bunk college regularly. Very sparingly we used to be in the college. I remember a story, there was a subject named air conditioning to us. I have never seen air conditioner at that point of time. But I scored 89 marks or 92 marks and I was first. And I have not attended a single air conditioning class. And my teacher was also not knowing me. Some of our good conduct is known to Prashant Deshpande and all other people. These were guys from the localites, we were hostelites. But they were good friends of us. So I enjoyed my life. I was in the moment, I read a lot, I went to police station. I indulged into some fights. But I was a voracious reader. I developed my way of thinking. I had some of my convictions, which subsequently go on processing or refreshing themselves. Finally, I came down to such a situation where I was not having any craving for career. I entered into the government service, it was by fluke. I became an IAS officer, it was another fluke. I was posted at some postings, so I never asked posting to the government. I never go to the Mantralaya or talking to somebody X, Y, Z for something. I never demanded anything from the government. One day I was posted at Bid. In the evening they called me and said that you are posted as a collector Bid. I said okay. Whether I was asked? No. I was consulted? No. I went there. I went to some temple, Shani temple at Rakshasbhavan. I went there, then they were also not knowing what menace is coming towards Bid. So finally there were so many stories and some of them you can watch on YouTube and Google, etc. I had a good, terrible fight in my life and I enjoyed everything. I don't have any regrets. I am a simple man, a humble man, always unsatisfied with my performance. I am not able to contribute too much what I suppose I should have been contributing. People are dying for their countries. We are doing nothing. We are only talking. We are not contributing to anything. Some days back I talked to my boss. He is a very senior IAS officer. I talked to him, he said that how much work you are having workload? Well, hardly 10 to 15 minutes. If my work is segregated and it is taken out of my conduct, it is hardly 15 minutes I am contributing to my country. And I told my boss that you are also contributing not more than half an hour. Because we people are not taking decisions. We people are bothered about so many laws. This country is a law-infested country. This is my statement before Modi became Prime Minister. This is my statement I used to make from 10 years. This is a law-infested country. Everywhere there is a law. Maharashtra Tree Felling Act, 19 ke kuch bhi rehta hai. Then there is a definition. What is tree? Then they said that Nilgiri is not tree, Babul is not tree. So you can, but if some tree is becoming more than 1 feet girth of a neem tree, then it is a tree. Now, are they fools? We tend to judge that they are fools. And initially I told you, don't judge others. There are great minds in government also. Without knowing, we try to judge. Then I entered into the details of the law. There are so many laws. I don't know how many of them are followed. Sometimes I make a joke that this after 50 years, there will be some case on everybody. And only lawyers will survive in this country. You will make an affidavit. Yesterday I was wandering in front of the Honorable High Court. There was a Xerox shop. I said that this is a good business. Because there are going to be cases. People are filing cases against each other. We are not understanding how much burden we are putting on judiciary. See, every organ of our society, we are ensuring that it will be degraded. It will be loaded with so many things. Oh, single IAS officer. I used to work from morning 7 to night 2 o'clock when I was beat collector. Do you expect that all IAS officers should work like this? How many problems you are creating as a citizen? And you are asking somebody else to solve it. You are cutting trees, you said that social forestry, what it is doing, why it is not planting. I am throwing garbage on the street and I am saying that what Natasha is doing, what other people are doing, why they are not collecting. See, irresponsible citizens, arrogant citizens cannot brighten the future of the country. This is my thinking. Now you come up, ask me questions, I can answer.
Total transfers?
See, transfers, मराठीत बोलू काय?
मराठी.
बरं, ट्रान्सफरचं कसं असतं माहिती आहे का की समोरच्याची ट्रान्सफर करण्याची धमक किती आहे याच्यावर काय अवलंबून, त्याच्यात किती दम आहे. ओके, मी अत्यंत सो कॉल्ड साध्या साध्या पोस्टिंग बघितलेल्या आहे, पण माझं आता असं मत झालेलं आहे की आपली कॅपॅसिटी एवढी लिमिटेड आहे. लोक असं म्हणतात की माझी कॅपॅसिटी फार जास्त आहे, मला काम आवडतं, मी खूप काम करतो, परंतु तुम्हाला सांगतो अत्यंत फालतूतली फालतू पोस्ट सुद्धा